early stage for strength, was there anything that you could do? Maybe not even at the shoulder, maybe somewhere else in the body to just maintain fitness and strength?
Yeah, so here's where I think I kind of nailed it, to be honest. And I felt like it really helped with my psyche, and it also, I think, really helped with rehabilitation. And that is that I had heard and read a little bit about blood flow restriction training, and I had never done it in the past because I didn't quite see an application for it. But after about a week of complete rest, I started to experiment with BFR. That's the blood flow restriction, which is basically where you get these, they're kind of a bit expensive, but they're couplings that you put around your arm, and you can do some training under really low load.
Basically you pump them to a certain pressure, and they'll occlude venous and some arterial flow. And so basically make it harder for your blood to pump out of your arm, and you pool all these metabolites that could speed a recovery process.
Yeah, and from what I am to understand, it really helps like hormonal response, like both testosterone and human growth hormone and stuff like that, localized in the area. And yeah, essentially what I was doing early on was I would put the BFR couplings, or whatever you want to call them, on both arms, yeah. And then I would do like really simple like range of motion stuff with like weights in my fingers. So I would have like, at first I was maybe even a 10-pound weight, where I would just take the weight, and have like a little tension block, or just a little like homemade like finger setup. And then I just lift the weight over and over again and you get outrageously pumped. Like it's like a pump like you've never felt in your life. What I did that I liked the most is I would have like a tension block, or something that allowed me to just do the range of motion with my fingers, the finger curls, on one side. And then on the other side, I would just have like a gripper, like a grip master or something. And so I would trade off, like where I'd do 20 reps on each side, and then I'd switch, because the gripper was lower intensity than the weights. So I would be like, I'd trade back and forth maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I would just rest for 30 seconds and then do that again 2 or 3 times. And what I was aiming for was to do that as many times as I could in about between 10 and 15 minutes, having the cuffs on the whole time. And it's like hard.
Intense. Yeah, and your arms feel like they're gonna fall off.
Yeah, it feels nothing short of awful. But for me, I had so much like, for me, like training and trying hard and physical exertion is so much a part of my life that even though that was kind of like tedious and heinous and only 15 minutes a day or every other day, it still felt like I was doing something, and not just stagnating, like felt like I was making progress somehow. And that, if nothing else, psychologically, that was really important for me.